I think this would be a fairy tale run for ENCE if they took down another Titan to get to the finals or even take the trophy, and they'll have to prove themselves in that final if they get there. But first, a pistol fast through the donut. Nerds with a nice A main look, but he's going to get run down by the Julies, and Axel takes that important real estate. ENCE have the sight, but Axel jumps the gun to fight with his captain, and only one will live. Nafany, some fantastic shooting. He's got more to do. Shiro's come in for support, and they will execute ENCE in that pistol round. Nafany.
Instead, it's another freebie. It's a chance for guys like Shiro to really build up money. And that means that we're going to get to see this AWP board out for Cloud9 early on in this game.
A big problem for ENCE was they didn't get a single kill last round, so the pressure on the economy is really not there at all. And that was a big risk. I mean, that force buy is a big gamble because Cloud9 is also just playing default on the CT side so far. They're going to be up, I was going to say 4-0, well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Hobbit, he's dead as well, Yanko. It's a 2-for-none. ENCE.
Happening.
They take a couple of kills. Shiro trying to force a fight. They will trade this. There's no way he survives. Buster even kills his teammate. Now he must win the round. 1v4 for the boost man. And ENCE, they may be low, but they're all over the shop. Already taking red control. Bomb on a rotation. Booster moving through, and he doesn't know Nerds is already wide. So that's ENCE with the eco round out of nowhere.
The one thing that maybe they're thinking, 4.3k, which is what they would have had, is not enough for them to, they don't like that buy, so they would rather force.
It's like earlier in the game as well. The force doesn't work, but the eco, that will. It will, all right. This drop D from Axel has found 2 kills from the captain, and Buster even dinked SunPayus on ramp as well, so the AWP is primed for death. It waits patiently, though. Buster will give him the kill. SunPayus flashes back in. Nerds has to clear this corner. This round is going to fall apart. Nafany is on his third 1D of the round. Dear, oh dear, where did this round go?
Let's see who's going to walk into him next.
Yeah. Volley.
He is loving this, man. They've not made it hard for him, right? It has just been shift held, walk into the crosshair. Nafany, 3 kills in the round from the Deagle. He's going to try his hand at the 4th. Makes that contact over in cave. Diha doesn't want to face the same fate as the rest of his team.
Got to get through him eventually.
Yeah. Doesn't really have a choice in the matter here. Starting to take cave, moving in. Nafany still waits with this Deagle primed and ready to go. Now, if he falls, there isn't a lot of resistance past that point. Axel's here, but Nafany's hitting every single shot right now. He's on for the ace with the drop Deagle. This was one of 2 weapons that Cloud9 had in the round.
Sometimes things just don't make sense, Yanko. The force, both teams losing out and then winning an eco after. How do you even make that make sense in your brain?
Are you watching Maui Snake? Is all I'm gonna say.
Poor guy catching strays every day. Oh no! That's a smart play. Throw the AWP out. He realized he was a dead man, and no ace for Nafany. But
Nerds' sound now, right? And he's more towards mid. And I hear a flash on A that he maybe doesn't hear or doesn't communicate. I can take a timeout and say, hey, this is probably what they did previous round, and then come up with something to switch things up.
Yeah, I found that out at this event. I didn't even realize that coaches do that. It makes sense because it's like, whose perspective would you have? But you'd rather just have a perspective all game and then follow his spectator as well.
Yeah, you could maybe just say to the...
Have the in-game leaders...
I want this player, just keep it on it, so that you know...
That does make it a lot harder. Audio is such an important part of this match, or this game, sorry.
When there's a diffuse...
Oh, you're freaking out.
You just have to have I just look at the players, whether they're fist bumping or they're like, face palming.
I think it was
you can't tell by how far the light flashes whether or not they have time, Yanko. That's crazy. Just having to analyze.
Mate, we can't tell what's the A-site plant and B-site plant on you because they've got sounds for it. Careful, we've seen enough deeks go hairy.
This would be another one of these eco rounds, just going down the proverbial toilet for Cloud9. They're going to try and hold on to it. Shiro, with this peak, was hoping to tip the scales in favor of Cloud9, but the Deagles get out. The M4's now picked up. Flash. 1 kill onto Nerds, set up with the flashbang, but Diha trades it back. Tries to carry on the spray, and that will betray him up close. The MP9 churns him out of the round, but Maden is holding on. And now this gets awkward for Nafany. Nafany's had big rounds of his own, but he needs this one. Trying to clear the donut, trying to force the fight to Maden, but he lands the dig. 4 in the round for from this guy.
Right, with that delayed mid take, punishes them immediately, finds 2 quick entries. 3 even. And yeah, that 4K Deagle round for Maden might just be what propels ENCE to win this half. That was massive. And I remember the first tournament was IEM Summer in 20...
Oh, hang on.
Not like this.
Oh, thank goodness.
This time.
Come on, how many times?
But hey, they improved, right? They traded, they went together this time.
Yeah, and Maden at that time was like having insane games on Ancient. Like the Ancient was at like 3 days before that tournament.
Yeah, the nickname we gave him was the Ancient one. Yeah.
I was getting there, Harry, but thank you.
Sorry, I ruined your story.
Okay,
I was just trying to be a part of it, man.
Yeah, well, you are a part of it. You ready?
I know. Oh, thank you. Right. But yeah, no, he was phenomenal on this map. Like, when it first came into the pool, I was like, okay, this is just Maden's map. It was made for him. And he's kind of giving us, you know, that sort of vibe right now, up 12-7. Buster, right place, right time with the AK, though. This one could still have some legs on it after all. They're planting the bomb, but USP wins a fight up close. Oh dear, having a fight for his life, but he's flanked through main, sat there the whole time. Was Hobbit, so now SunPayus has got to do this alone. This was just pistols again. These rounds can't keep coming through. SunPayus needs to break the curse now, but he's getting wrapped through middle. He doesn't know about this. Lands the leg, but Buster wins the fight, and so it's another low buy round with a hero gun.
Yeah, why not?
Room for a couple of mistakes and rounds that don't go your way. And I think they can definitely bring this back and close it out on the CT side if they get rolling, right?
Ooh, Hobbit. Oh, the timing of that. They both eat flashes. Nerds gets more damage off, and Hobbit must abandon middle. That was Cloud9 trying to grab a kill and escape. Oh, well, they've done that exactly.
Wow.
Through the smoke. There's no way he could see. And that's a huge kill to find, taking down the guy who's been all the talk of the town for ENCE, who's currently 4-13 in Nerds. Not a time to go cold. Nafany even aggresses off of the ledge and finds D-Hit down below. He's been watching his demos. Hobbit now behind the A-side boxes. He's alone, and they will end his round. 3-on-4 now for ENCE as they try and claw it back.
Nade goes in, but it's just shy of the bomb planter. Oh, that is a big kill for Axal. Turn around on the snappy. Locks out the mid flank. Cloud9 now own Donut. Going to give them a bit of a staging platform to try and launch this retake, but caught with util in hand. Nafany falls. Maden with another. Cloud9 had the advantage in this retake, but 2 players have stolen it away from them. Axal moves in, but he doesn't have the time. Has the kit, he's looking for kills, and with nothing being presented here, he can't do it. Cloud9 have got to save on Axal. He's got to try and survive. And ENCE rob a 6th.
That being said, they find 6. They get that cushion that you talk about, Yanko. Can they make it any comfier?
This looks like a bit more of an up-tempo round here. They are fast into main, and they're already in Donut. I think the pacing's been decided on just how deep mid player in Maden's got. Axal has no idea that mid is this level of lost right now. It won't even matter. He's dead before he can get involved. This could even strengthen the position of Maden, because they've got no clue that there is a player in Donut, and there they are learning about it the hard way. Shiro dead, Maden still fighting. Does a bit more chip damage downrange onto Nafany. They're still locked in this fight, and Maden's going to win it out, so it's left to Buster, and they swing him. A second man was ready to pull up for ENCE if anything went wrong there, and so they managed to get both those last rounds to close out this first half. Well, this round's looking like a B play. You've got Hobbit ready to come through red, but SunPayus could uproot everything. As he doubles up down at the base of ramp, Hobbit starts to get activated, but ENCE are actually flanking middle, and they go and clear the red room. Diha with the dualies. This round has been all Berettas. Shiro's up close here, but with 2 players on the short side and Maden back of the site, he's dead if he tries to leave the cage. That put a lot of pressure on Axal to get involved, and he can't find a thing. That is a lovely pistol round from ENCE.
Yeah, neither team will be happy, but both teams will be content with the first half, because it could have been way worse. Early K fight.
Maden not waiting around. Maybe should have done. Nafany holds for him. Oh, this is a bit of a rough first look at this this round for ENCE. They tried to come through with the aggression, and it's exactly what Cloud9 wanted.
Felt a little bit weak on the utility, no, for that push. Maybe an extra flash or some incendiaries from ENCE. But yeah, now in a top spot, 3v5. Cloud9 very good when they have a man advantage, especially a two-man advantage, right? Like even Snappy said, their fundamentals are really strong, so they understand they can wait out a little bit, see if there's going to be an aggressive play from ENCE. And in a 5v3 with this much utility, even if you go into a stack, if you do it properly and use your utility well, you will still get the trade kills.
Yeah, the only danger is they use their mollies in other places, but the ones ENCE inhabit. It's a good grenade there to kick up some dust and to cause a problem, but there's still the kills coming through for ENCE. Both players push cave and take a frag apiece. Bomb plant is safe from the wall bangs, and Cloud9 is still very comfortable here. They're taking deep control with this bomb plant, cutting off Diha's late rotate. I don't know how ENCE are supposed to win this round off of these positions. They've not got a kit either. They can waste time spamming to buy a few seconds for Diha, but he's moving in now. Dead to Shiro immediately, and ENCE realize this one's too far gone. Cloud9 come through, and they close that 5-on-3 as they should.
And that was even the worst case scenario, right? They lose both of the players in cave, and suddenly it's a 3v3, but
they've got Sweet and Salted. And maybe some caramel too, we'll have to see. Cloud9.
And the tomatoes.
And all the trimmings. Oh, where did that happen?
Wait,
just shot
what?
through smoke, reasonable.
Oh, Naphany's just been beasting over towards cave, with or without vision. He knows what's happening. And now that he's got this opener, I mean, it's always frustrating to lose that first fight over towards cave, right? You lose a lot with it. You kind of don't really have any information as to what's happening at lane. You don't know if Cloud9 is setting up here to go for the B-pop. Don't even know if they've aggressed all the way through cave. And so it means anyone who rotates over to B feels that much more restricted as well. It limits your angles over towards the long side. You're having to play it further back so you're not vulnerable to this opening right here. A lot of problems from that one fight can be caused. SunPayus alleviates a bit of the pressure by still owning mid.
Ooh.
Maden's looking for a gap in this smoke. It's tiny, the gap he's trying to find, but you can see what he's going for here. Won't get much from it yet, but he knows someone's close. Fires off a couple of shots and looks to get out of there for the reload. Now ENCE teeing up for this retake in the 4v4. Naphany still low on health, but he waits back on the lane. He's not going to be involved in any of these fights in the site. Not yet, anyhow. Even trade to open up. Busted dead, up close, nailed on the angle. Diha's shotgun taken out of the round, and Shiro loses his captain, so now he's got to fly solo on this one. Peeked up close and put in the dirt. ENCE.
Look at the room again for Snappy. He is, yeah, not going to last long. That's a boost up. They checked that. Yeah. Wow. Did Snappy come through cave? He must have, right? Clearing ramp late. And that's not a typical boost for Cloud9, but it works wonders.
And we'll see, you know, Hobbit was talking about in Naphany as well, that during that online period when they were really good, Groove could call for them and he could talk, right? And that's also a big factor why they've been struggling a little bit on land. So now he took a timeout and see already. Entry kill, have a lot of control. There's this A-main push.
This is big. This is the only way to respond for ENCE. Regain some other space, but Axar has such a good angle. Nice to see him play it. They won't be ready for another, though, will they, Harry? Oh, wow.
I don't know. They seem to look aware. SunPayus, the scope was heard, but he's nailed both shots. Oh, he's trying to play with fire through the smoke in main. SunPayus, that shot just misses. They pulled the knife and he won't respect it. No honor. Not needed. Not when you've got the glory of a 13th round.
There's no molly in middle right now, but Hobbit looks curious. Flash for info, and Diha, he goes a little bit too late. It had already faded. Hobbit gets out with 10 health, and he knows he could take the room as well. Opts not to do so, waiting in the fade. Snappy spots the cave play. Nerds will retake middle with his AWPer. And with that smoking cave, that's going to stall the clock here for Cloud9. They know that's not the guy who took down Diha. Nerds gets a second as well. And he could end this entire map right now for ENCE.
Oh, will fall over in middle, but I mean, what a hero's journey NERTZ has been on in this game, right? He was really struggling. He came into the second half, bottom of the board, not feeling good, and he's won multiple rounds on these mid-reaggros. This could be another round added to the round count for NERTZ. That double in mid has flipped the script of this round, forced a bit of a reaction over towards Cave and baited them into Snappy. And so now Cloud9 are left with this A play. This is it. Shiro and Buster have got to cook up a round. And because ENCE have the info that Cave and Lane were clear, they start to rotate through early. Cloud9 have got no choice but to follow through into the stack with 10 seconds left. ENCE, one kill in the right place could win them this map and put a stop to it all. The AWP misses, it won't connect. Maden dead. Shiro trying to pave a path back into this game. And SunPayus smoked off right now. Is praying that they give him a peek, they give him a fight. Cloud9 should not and will not overstep their boundaries here. Holding back over towards the temple and main, and SunPayus, the more he waits, more this reality sets in that this is not going to be the round. Kind of pick up the, kick it up a gear coming into these last 5 rounds of play, and suddenly you have a whole extra player switched on, someone who throughout the group was instrumental for Cloud9. That would be huge, but this is a big old, yeah, Shiro's screwed. Surely he dies here. They got a nade, Don't need it. Spam him. The nade did come in moments after. And so that is a bit of a weird way to give up the man advantage. There's aggression all over the board right now from Cloud9. A bunch of solo plays just happened in 3 different areas of the map, and they fail each and every one of them.
Yeah, that's a classic Cloud9 round, but unfortunately for them, it's ENCE who have won every single fight in every site. A 2v5 to stay in their opponent's map pick. Cloud9 might have to rely on Overpass and Vertigo, and I certainly hope we get to that third. Cool boost. Oh, did Snappy see it? No, he didn't. Over the top.
He landed the
nice
ding.
Idea.
He flicked to that.
Yeah. What have we got for Cloud9? Could they possibly win such an irredeemable round? One smoke, use it wisely, because this AWP will be on one side or the other.
Yeah, it just, kind of feels like a guessing game. And if you really want to try and get max usage out, you wanted to take a peek, figure out where this AWP is, but the Spaniard's not missing. SunPayus holding on, and with Maden here to help, it was never going to be a Cloud9 round. SunPayus closes with that AWP, and ENCE move a map up in the semi-final.
Ever since this lineup was pretty much formed, or at least came to light in Tier 1 Counter-Strike.
Yeah, and while Vitality made the mistake of picking it into ENCE the other day, and ENCE, of course, defeated them there for Cloud9, they've won 11 of the last 13 Overpass games they've played, dating back all the way, even with a win over ENCE in that Dallas final last year.
And what was the one that they lost?
Mouse and Liquid.
The playoff game against Mouse, right?
Yeah.
So the most important one is where, their overpass sort of failed them.
Lost out B, but Diho got run boosted. They didn't see him. They had no idea he could have crossed so quick. It's a nice move for ENCE. Double dualies to find some kills, and NERTZ had some more as well. I feel like we have this almost every game nowadays. A dedicated player dropping over 2 sets of dual Berettas for $600 into armored players, buy a flash, throw it wherever you want.
This is weird. Shiro doesn't know that NERTZ is here, and he's calling across like, yeah, mid's clear, I've cleared out the toilets, it's all looking fine. Now, he hasn't cleared con, so they might come around the corner looking this way, and they will. NERTZ has now been spotted. Gonna look to get out of there with the dualies, put a bit of range between him and the Glocks. They're moving in, getting ever closer. Shiro, meanwhile, getting activated down the long side. Rotates moving up for ENCE, but they lose the dualies. Shiro's opened up into the site, and this 3v5 has closed up into the 3-on-3.
Needs one, although his teammates come in side by side, so they're just jiggling. Not much space behind this truck. ENCE in the driving seat. Shiro chasing them down, and he taps out Maden. Beautiful shoot, and Diho from a range needed that kill. One bullet would have done it, but Nafany gets the reverse plant, and now it's Diho on for the ace.
Yeah, an ace in the 1v2. That's what he's got to offer up here. Low HP on Nafany. Shiro is the big threat. Ooh. Makes contact first. Diho doesn't know about the site man. He's chasing down the bank player. And with his time getting wasted, with never clearing Nafany, this should be a done deal. There's the execution. They do have short water. This is a nice bit of control, right? This is the whole reason why there's a third man up on A right now, is because Snappy's pushed all through short. And so with that info, it's freed up a third player to go and reinforce this A bomb site.
It's absolutely a crucial part of overpass, right? Because you can see for the T's, if they want to go back to B, then they have to take the long route. Or if they do go through connector down short, those are fights where ENCE is favorable to win.
I love that. He dodges the flash by looking at the ground. It won't blind him as much. He gets a free 1-for-1. Knowing Cloud9's tricks, they had to pop through that smoke at 20 seconds. And now SunPayus playing up in front, needs his teammate to live. He is doing exactly that. SunPayus takes 2 with him, and there's no way back in for Hobbit. No hope in hell. Ends with a fast flank up connector.
Bit of a slower round from Cloud9, or actually just Cloud9 round. got short control this time around. Just trying to figure out what the setup is for ENCE. Buster got punished last time by the op, so now he's advanced a little bit more, and that's a big fight for Nerds to win.
That looked good for Buster. Pre-aim was nice, his stutter stepping, but Nerds winning the fight with the A4, and now Snappy. He should have one here, but the flash is perfect. He doesn't even fire. Didn't want to give it away there through the molly. Maden blinded by his teammate. That's all good, but they're both full blind, and Nafany burns in the molly. I guess it went okay for ENCE, even though it looked ugly. Maden will spin and win more fights as Diha lines up the double in Monster. ENCE, couple of mistakes in there, but they recover well.
Yeah, and we see them open 3A. 2 connector setup with Diha in bathrooms.
Well, I like this one as well. Yeah, they boost up the orb so he can watch the top, and then Nerds has him covered. And especially if you clear Dark from bottom and you kill Nerds, you still might not see SunPayus if he can flick down in time. But we know this guy's quick.
G2 used to run this a long time ago with a 3rd player divider with a flash. So once the opper shoots, there's a flash, rifle peeks, opper takes down connector.
Into the molly for Hobbit. That's crazy. But as said, he's not ready for more. Why would you be? SunPayus responds. Diha in the toilet getting walked upon. They're right past this AWP as well. Flash over the top. He doesn't fire. And SunPayus has an escape route. Does he take it?
The bomb! The bomb is left all the way above connector. Oh no.
All the way at T-ramp. That's a little problematic to say the least. Now, Cloud9 are out in A.
Do they end B, do you think? Like, go through CT? That might tempt them. This is awkward. He saw him. On the hunt. Easy. And they kill everyone. So it doesn't matter. Cloud9 as hell.
It's fine, man. You do the calming for both of us. It works. Nafany over in mid, trying to take a bit of space again. Cloud9 just establishing and working this default. They're holding on to Monster with the bomb out there, trying to take away connector. They spot him out at short, so that's a bit of info to go off of. You know, the ENCE had this real estate, and so Cloud9 are going to dedicate a bit of time just to taking it back and making sure ENCE don't have free reign over towards short.
And they can break ENCE's money here, so this would be a massive round for Cloud9 to win. You can see ENCE is lacking information, still have 3 players leaning towards A. Let's see if they try to go for an information play or something.
Maden, that's a big Molotov. They have to chunk through. Both make it, but he takes down one. He doesn't realize he was full blind and they made it behind him. Nafany will spice up this round. Now Diha trying to regain the space that Maden loses. Trying to take a fight over this spam, and he will catch one. Teammates falling by his side, but Diha still survives in the sight.
Yeah, Diha's done really well to just still be alive this late in the round, right? He was one of the kind of OGs that was made contact with, and he's still being a problem, a thorn in the side of Cloud9. Axal could alleviate the pressure now, but that is a beautiful move from Diha. Lovely bit of anchor work there from this guy. Buster. This is free. That one is just collected by Nerds. So now you know that you've lost long. This is probably going to just trigger the immediate reaction from Cloud9 to go and take B, but it's not that simple. ENCE have still got bodies down in this side of the map. They find a way to keep the advantage in their favor. They can run down the planter here. It's Axal, Hobbit, and Shiro still left standing. These are the 3 men that were meant to make the difference, but Nerds has already gotten rid of Hobbit. He's out of the round. Axal and Shiro, the 2 Cloud9 heroes meant to hold on, but they've lost one man. Shiro in the clutch. Nerds the one to beat. He's the one who's given ENCE a helping hand in this round. He's the one who's made it competitive, but can he close it out? Jumps around, and Nerds is flying high after that one.
You're joking! Mid-air! Oh, ooh, I don't like that. The nade dunked him on short water. And there's even spam and a push to boot. Snappy gets a kill and gets away. And ENCE have been doing this all series. They were doing it on Ancient CT side, grabbing a pick and never getting traded, always maintaining 5v4s. And that makes especially a map like Overpass even harder. There's not util for Cloud9. 2 flashes and a smoke. And we're so early in the round.
And I don't know if you'll agree here, Yanka, but I feel like this has only started to happen as the game's gone on. It's like ENCE maybe built a bit of confidence. I think the opening of their CT side, they were fairly respectful with it, right? But as the game's gone on, there's more liberties getting taken. The B guys are even getting involved now. This was like the more kind of tame side of the two, I guess you could say. Like Nerds has been pressuring the A side of the map a hell of a lot. But now they're even coming through with like Snappy getting stuck in down short. They've taken this early man advantage. Cloud9, these rounds are very hard to come back from. You're a man down. You kind of need someone to apply a bit of pressure to ENCE here. And I would say it would be great if it could be Shiro, but with only 30 seconds left and with where he's positioned, he shouldn't get given a fight here. So he can't really be the man to up the stakes in this round. He's actually flashed off and forced down the connector, so this has to be a B play. They've got to stick the landing. They find that opener. That's a bit of ground taken, but Maden's still down in the pit, still here. They haven't cleared him. He gets one for free. Now needs to try and stay alive, but he's overran. Axel, Buster, and Shiro. 3 players to try and make this happen, and Axel's putting on a tear.
Nice.
There's Shiro with the close, and so finally that tag team, that duo, deliver a much-needed 6th round to Cloud9. We don't have anyone from Cloud9 spotting this, so this isn't info they're ever going to have. They might end up playing this fairly reactively. Alternatively, the B players, where they have 3 right now, might eventually look to pressure short, and we're actually seeing that come through right now for Cloud9. The timing on this push is really nice. They get that realization right as ENCE have the bathrooms and look to exec into A. They know this is the full commit, so players are scrambling up now, but we need a sight hold to take shape, and Snappy's taking heads off. Lovely little 180 as they try to plant on the short side. They have contact with Hobbit. They learn about him on the wraparound, and they dispatch SunPayus to deal with him. It's left on to Buster in the 1v4. Sight already lost, and not a hope in hell as he moves in all alone.
He's not had an easy game, has he, anyway? And, well, this pistol round is not enviable. What a shot for Diha to open up. And ENCE ready to end it. Nice kill for Buster. I feel like he's been on good individual form. He's hit some bangers in this map, but it's mattered not. And ENCE just won't simply give him the kills. They are even pulled back on long. That could have been a problem, but no kit. No issue for ENCE.
You screwed. And so Cloud9, coming in with this aggression again. I like that they're, taking this away very proactively, trying to get involved with the pistols. And ENCE aren't really set up to deal with it too well. They've just started moving back in. Looked like they wanted to come and play into the B site, but in doing so, they've met this push halfway. Maden is still aggressive. He is alone in this fight with the bomb on his back. I think, if anything, he might be glad that they put that smoke in his face. It's going to mean that he doesn't commit to these fights anymore out towards Monster. He would have loved a chance at the equalizer, but that's been taken away. And so ENCE have got to play this one out a man down. There's damage done to Buster and Hobbit. It's up to Diha and Maden now to finish this one for the ENCE squad.
And they'll probably just recommit late, right? Wait this smoke, give enough time for Cloud9 to doubt this and hope they rotate a second player out. Hobbit taking short is nice real estate. This is not the first place you're clearing as you walk out through the tunnel. Maden's going to have to look. And Buster knowing about the nade. That's a free kill. It's now in a 2v2. Hobbit with a massive frag. He resets as well to play with his teammate. Now Diha is the one on the clock. He's had a phenomenal map though. Smoke going to go down. Got to worry about that upper player, and Diha just goes for the stick. Oh my god, he can get punished right now, and there it is for Axel, getting baited in by Hobbit. Axel will close, and we needed that round for Cloud9 if they were going to remain in this matchup. The remaining rounds are a true test of ENCE on this T side, right? Because Cloud9, after going 3-0 in the half, didn't get a single back-to-back round on their T side. ENCE need this gun round. Well, Cloud9 can and should run away with their map pick.
And Cloud9 do open 4B, but it's Axel who's alone towards A with the M4. Shiro is also towards B. He was on Heaven, now coming back probably, since there wasn't an early B hit.
They saw maden that long.
A lot of damage off the back of that spam. This is such a cooked round for ENCE. With so much damage already done in the opening segments, you know, it's like, who do you have to try and open this up? I guess, you know, Maden's still looking pretty healthy. He's normally the space creator. And he will get a kill that tips the scales. Shiro trying to move in, trying to take this position, this real estate back. Will start to get out of there, realizes if he falls, that is a taken, that is a lost, and a save guaranteed for Cloud9. So he needs to have a bit of staying power here. If he can get one, fall back into the bank, maybe look to set up for a retake, that could be something for Cloud9. Shiro knows he needs something from the dice box. Shots rallying out, and he does manage one. They don't complete the punish, but as he goes back out for more, maden will get the better of him. Plant in at the truck. Cloud9, so much is hinging on if, you know, a kill is found quickly. Everyone else is already saving. And so Nafany can't hang around for long. Buster down on B is retreating. He is not going for this round. And so Nafany should follow suit, but he's still creeping out. I would just like to see him leave here. Trying to keep someone boxed in. I mean, this truck play is dead. You'd like to think. SunPayus should be screwed as he tries to leave. Nafany will get the better of him. And so one extra gun taken out right at the end. Buster even punishing a little bit more. Cloud9 trying to maximize the damage, and they nearly find everyone.
But they're close. This is the one, Harry.
Yeah, this is the one. This is their moment to essentially leave a stamp on this game, on this semi-final.
Random spam through monster.
Lovely way to open the round if you're Cloud9. Those are the kind of kills that you've been praying for in this game. And your prayers have been answered here. A 5v4 out of the gate. Very little work done to accomplish it. Now they need to convert upon this. Also, ENCE probably just have to commit A, right? They lose nerds over at B.
If they actually do go long with everyone, they have a chance. Dika, unfortunately, gets dinged too. Right, this is the one spot that's open right now on the map for them to take some space. And they still have very good utility for the execute.
If D is too late because he's low, Shiro can just pivot and pick the long players. Nafany doesn't even need to commit here. Shiro has such a powerful position, they can't even cross. Nafany gets mollied, but it works to his advantage. He takes all the glory. 2 kills, bomb drop, that lurk is late, and Axel was ready for it. Shiro not even required in this round. Good shot.
Okay.
But there's 4 more to find, and really it's all just a prerequisite to a save. And they're chasing this kill.
Yeah, he knows they're coming for him, but that's not the result he was hoping for. Dinged on the jump, and there's the backstab.
Looking for this orb, Shiro has not been required in these previous few rounds. Not to say he's been quiet.
And I think this is a product of the fact that, you know, Cloud9 wasn't really aggressive at all, or almost didn't have any presence close to A. Big shot from Snappy.
Yeah, that's a kind of crazy way to open this up. Shiro's been waiting for his time to get involved. And I mean, man, like, to his credit, he hit the shot, but slightly through the edge of the wall. Snappy comes out looking better. And the man at the helm of the ENCE ship has put up the opener. They do lose maden in response. That is a big equalizer for Axel to find. A new challenger is approaching. Nerds trying to take ownership of long for the ENCE squad. The rest of them moving up through the bathrooms. Smoke goes in at dumpster. The push isn't going to be immediate though, so Nafany's got a bit of time to move out into the site. That molly gives him a second thought. Axel boxed in at the long corner. Nafany wins the opener, but they know he's here. They've got him trapped. A must-win fight for Nerds. Gives them a chance, but he's dinked. And with Hobbit winning that one at the truck, this kill could send them up 1-14, and Hobbit will deliver it.
Great jiggling for Hobbit there. Gets right back behind the truck, and Nerds was delaying They did not plant that bomb, and they live to regret it. Does Shiro, or sorry, does Axel hear this? They're sprinting up long right now. They are way past him. He's kind of stuck in the mud, as it were. ENCE are going to continue to commit into the site, and Shiro's even dropped down below.
He has no idea. Axel has no idea. They've not only got A, they could even backstab the B side of the map right now. Nerds holding and have a chance, but Hobbit
again
wins that head-to-head.
Look at this clear.
Oh, he's going to get the bomb.
The bomb dropped by Axel. They might have the A side, but without the bomb, this round ain't happening. Axel still floating around in the toilets. They can't deal with him. They can't uproot him. Maden tries to move in, but Axel's not giving him the fight anymore. Wow. He's playing long game. Nafany's hit an entirely separate timing, and Axel flicks back around to find another. What a round from this man. Making it happen for Cloud9 single-handedly. It's Axel with 4.
And that's that star power, Yanko. That's what we've been waiting to see.
Yeah, great trade of util to try and negate the ENCE utility for this side take. Nerds falls first. And Snappy, even though he replies, his teammates getting turned to dust. Buster makes it out over towards Monster. And D had the only man with health. Snappy alongside him. They're going to try and get this bomb down and give them any sort of leeway in this 2-on-3. Snappy in his dying breath planted the bomb, but now it's on Diha. 3 HP. He goes fighting, but Buster's going to win it.
Wow.
And so Cloud9 long this out. We're going the distance, going a vertigo. Yeah, nice spot for the dual Berettas to find themselves. Snappy might make him sing here. He goes unchecked for the first, but he's going to struggle to get much more done than that. It's an important equalizer for Axel, an important trade down at the bottom of ramp. Finds the 4v4, gives a bit more room to Cloud9. Without this forward info, the whole map goes dark for ENCE.
No molly for sandbags, so Maden can find a lot of impact here.
Yeah, they're going to have to check this manually. Maden, as a result, has a lot more room than normal. Swinging out. He needs the double because he's getting chased down. Axel, once again, key with the trades. He keeps picking them up. Tap on the bomb for Shiro, trying to force fights, trying to see if any util rains in over the top. It won't, so he's going to commit to the plant now. They're out the elevator. They're looking to fight him. Dual Beretta's up close, trying to move in. Diha looks to squeeze on him and will find the kill with the dualies. Just left to Nafany, but he's making the clutch happen. Trying to run away, but Nerds hounds him down. You know, these rounds, this is something that you've said before. We've had IGLs up here, and, you know, players even like echoing the sentiments of you play these second rounds, these force buys, just like they're real gun rounds. You have to. Got to come into it with a game plan. You need this round. It gives you a good berth into the lead. And right now, it's kind of hanging on by a thread for ENCE with a lot of damage done to Snappy to open up. He can't re-swing at ramp. He can't look for these trades. And so Cloud9 are allowed to build into this 3-on-3.
And this is where they struggled almost throughout the series, right? On their T side is where ENCE was always one step ahead. Now they seem to be in a good position, right? Only Diha to deal with here, but that's a big fight for him to win.
And he drops off as well. He can go back to Anchor B. If he realizes they're heavy at mid, he could even take space towards stairs, towards Tetris. They're creeping him down right now. Nerds, will he get the spot in time? He runs the whole way. Axel hears it coming, and that might beckon them into the A site to finish off what they started. Snappy or Diha, where do they go? Wrapping the backside through spawn, but no time for error. Diha has to make concessions. He has to make a gamble, and this is the right read. Closer towards the B stairs. 10 seconds they run in. He can't get the kill, and that's a plant and a very difficult round for Snappy on 10 health. Yeah, they don't want to get flashed off or double swung from yellow and ramp, and then they just both fall. Struggling to pick their targets. Cloud9 bring the AWP back to A, and that will be heard, so we won't have any more ramp repeats. Just the fear of Shiro here is enough. 45 seconds. Cloud9 have top ramp. But that bomb, you'll notice, is not here to stay. Missed shot for SunPayus, and with no armor, it's an easy mow down for Nafany. He's going to look for a little more on this fake AWP grab over the top. Nafany just needs to live here because Cloud9 have already taken mid with a smoke and are splitting this B site. Nafany's causing such a ruckus. Nice kill on the rotate, but it might just be safe for ENCE.
Bomb's coming back, though.
No.
Hang on. Yeah, look, they've had to change this on the fly. They never actually had B. They just had the mid-split component and one man over towards the ramp side. With both of them getting dealt with, this one's starting to fall apart for Cloud9. You thought Nafany had done enough. 2 kills over towards A. We meant to set them up. But ENCE have battled back in. Cloud9 gave them some fights across the map, and ENCE took them in their stride. Yeah, an AWP without utility to punish him is an AWP that you really have to pay attention to. They've got no proper way to displace him. Those smokes are going to go over to try and help you get the site control, and as they move up with the flashes, they're kind of pincered by the short play. Sure, they've knocked out Maden, but they don't know about the AWP. SunPayus needs to find his impact, and he's bested. Shiro wrecks him in the head-to-head. The double short side setup's been uncovered, and Cloud9 picked this round apart.
They had a feeling, man. I don't know what caused it, but they had a feeling that was there, and they just completely bypass it and go towards ramp, and crouched on default to cover the plant, guarantees it, and even after they kill Maden, they're so ready for a second. Shiro can even go back and take that kill. If your actual A ramp hold isn't going well, you're giving up bomb plants. Axel can win you rounds.
There we go.
Finally, the first opener, the first kill. SunPayus is in the game.
Now ENCE is coming back. They're going to win this round, make it competitive, win a couple of rounds in a row, you know, and realize the world hasn't ended. They're still in this game.
They need to do right by that pick, though. Cloud9 fail a boost, so they don't go back to it. Triple nade, and Diha, hey, he is pretty healthy, all things considered.
Dude, I think if you're Diha and you've been triple naded, you're rubbing your hands together, right? There's no way they're clearing this now, surely.
I mean, they weren't perfect nades. Were they meant for him, or were they behind the double box? He seemed to take very minimal damage. He was on the left side.
Yeah, but he was playing the left side of Tetris, right? So, kind of absorbs it. SunPayus, another kill.
Patient.
This guy was 0-9 coming into this round, but a couple of steps in the right direction have teed ENCE up nicely. And you can just see like how different it feels with him finding some success. This round has finally given ENCE a leg to stand on. Snappy with the ramp aggro, locked in this fight. Shiro only has the deagle, and Snappy bests him. Nafany's going to try the trade. Full W held down as he embarks on the 1v4.
Go for it. He probably won't, but nothing to lose on this one. They've got a good bit of money.
Forces a fight. The ENCE now, in hindsight, feel didn't need to happen. They left a man down, and Cloud9 are taking space after that kill over towards ramp. They've grouped with 4 here. This is the A play taking shape.
SunPayus is searching mid, and he's getting information that no one is there, but I feel like ENCE needs to pick. We're going to play for A or play for B. Right now, they're in a really tough spot. Maden has a lot of work to do.
Maden's got to do. He's got to be the man. Good flash to set himself up. Pops himself in for that fight. They mollied him, but he's playing ahead of it. Maden tagged once, backstabbed by Axel. Arriving a little later up the ramp on that lurk. Even damage to Diha with a nade. Softens him up, but that swing, that swing's given over the equalizer.
That's hit on Diha.
Now they want to give it a go. Kit is on the bomb. Kit is on the bomb. Buster's missed the spray. They're nicking it, and that's a robbery! Diha, the absolute madman, runs in with nothing but a Kit by his side and a smoke down.
And ENCE, they're just scratching at the door right now, trying to get out, to get into this game. They might have something here.
I think this is going to start hurting, man. If you're Cloud9 and now, like, if you take another L here and now, this is going to be ENCE really building. Turns, but no one was looking!
Ow!
Nuts was not supposed to get out of that looking like the better man. That was designed to deal with him. He was served up on a silver platter.
Keep feeling bad for Buster because the days aren't getting easier. They're in B, though.
Yeah, Diha moving into a site that's already been taken, but he will win that first fight, turning the tide, tipping the scales. It's all starting to build for ENCE. Nafany's been great in this game, but it's a big clutch required, and he only gets one. ENCE right back in this thing after all.
If they go B, you can save, and if they come A, you have a chance of winning a round. That's exactly what happened. Unfortunately for them, Cloud9 with another buy. I think Maden doesn't expect an AWP there. You know, he knows they're buying maybe, but maybe done expecting AWP.
And it's an expensive way to learn that lesson, right? Like, oh, they have the AWP.
Good angle.
Now 4v5 and with Buster, that's a nice off angle in mid. NERDZ was not going to get any return on investment there.
Hey, SunPayus, can I get your AWP? Can I have your AWP again, buddy? Again? Another round?
Let's see this tag B now.
He'll surely get naded here or something. Cloud9 have been using a lot of util. That's a top ramp smoke.
Yeah,
so
playing default is like really ballsy at this HP.
they don't need to respect that smoke at all.
They're going to go through it.
There's a nade.
Has repositioned. The nade brings him down to 2 HP, but he's still alive. Still in threat. NERDZ could rob the round. Does a bit of damage. Brings it into the 2v2. SunPayus has been struggling. But if he... Oh, never mind. Wrapped up close. Can't stop the bomb. It's Snappy in this clutch. The leader of ENCE trying to set the example for the rest of the troops to follow here. He's got Axal and Hobbit to beat. I don't know where he is. He's got an alright timing on the backstab, but Axal. So you know, maybe
that's
this
exactly
is
why
like
you
the
want the
usage
timeout,
case,
right?
Like
you don't have an ideal buy, so you want to make sure you don't just throw it away because you have 3 SMGs, and well, that's not a good start.
No, that is the worst way it could have opened. And that's Buster's second kill. He's kind of been locked in this eternal struggle versus NERDZ over in mid.
They're going to trade this, you think? They're both walking up close. Oh, how's that a miss? It looks dead on to me. No. Snappy's going to have to save the day here. 12 bullets in the mag. He moves back. Cloud9 agree. They say have it. We've got the advantage. We've even got a lurker. Axal has cleared the B site and Diha waits on and off angle, but this might be too little and it might be too late.
If you're ENCE, you're happy with the room they've given you. Now, if you were able to win that fight in mid, maybe there was something going for you here. Shiro swung and dealt with over at ramp, and AK and the AWP in the retake, 2 versus 3. But I think the problem that ENCE are going to have here is mid's been lost for so long. Cloud9 could even be pushed into CT right now with that deep smoke in. And so they're going to have to spend a lot of time clearing these angles. They're sneaking earlier than normal. They're paranoid about close players. Hell, they're even checking the spawn behind them through A. This is going to cost you a lot of time off the clock, and time is not their friend right now. Swinging out, maden realizes risks have got to be taken, and he wins that first fight. Hobbit teed up with a flashbang. maden still puts up another, and so Buster from bottom of the board has got to be the one to walk it over the line, and he delivers. What a round to find 9 for Cloud9 in this third map. I mean, this is exactly what ENCE did to open up their pistol, so they need to be ready for Shiro. They won't check for him at first, but they get the trade. However, critically this time, unlike in that first pistol round, Hobbit was able to keep this in the advantage of Cloud9 swinging out from short. And so ENCE left a man down. They don't have that util left over either. Snappy was dealt with in all those fights. And so they were left with 1 smoke out of the pool of util they came into this round with. It's gone out now, but ENCE both committing up short. They're trying to move in. Nafany gives them a little fight, gets the info that they're both coming up the short side, and lets these dual Berettas try to take over.
Careful here. This is winnable.
Yeah, in a pistol round, in a 1v2. But he's looking to do his best work here, rerouting down ramp, 30 seconds here. Buster already starting to rotate over towards that B site, and Nafany's just cleared out ramp.
And that's a confidence push from Nafany, right? That's playing to win instead of playing not to lose, going out for the information. Buster also just tucked in, low HP.
He can't go for it.
I think he's going to wait. He has to wait for Nafany here.
Oh, he's giving him the fight. He's giving him a chance, but he nails the shot. It's a big risk for Buster to be fighting there, but a team ace for Cloud9 in the pistol. The bomb is one of these 2 players over in middle. And so maden isn't going to stick around, but he will siphon an M4 out of the round, taking it with him and regrouping with the rest of the gang. SunPayus with a lot of room over at ramp. Now, they don't have a way to clear the sandbags yet, but Diha is moving around, and if you look at his util, he does possess the Molotov that could give them the safe passage up through ramp. Nafany's got a smoke, sure, but that will telegraph the position. Alternatively, SunPayus can just check it dry, but they're going to wait for the molly. And Nafany probably not expecting the Molotov to be in play.
Nice try.
Caught out, burns after 1. 15 seconds now as the push looks to come in. Cloud9 have got 2 players here, but Axal is deleted. Shiro could have saved it with a stray bullet. Doesn't want to fall even more damage onto SunPayus, but he just gets out with his life still intact.
ENCE aren't going to throw away this post plant. They're all grouped together. They're not over-facing right. We had that round where Axal was the one swinging out in a 3v2. ENCE will not make that mistake. They're waiting for a flank as well.
Cloud9 don't have a smoke either, so they've got to tap this bomb. They've got to force the fights, and then they've got to win them.
Wide.
Tap on it, forces a little swing up through ramp, but it's assisted with a flash. I love the ENCE leave nothing to chance in this moment. They've cleared the bomb out again. That's the Cloud9 are just playing for the backstab.
He didn't get on
Shiro
it. He
with
didn't
all
get
the
on
kills,
it.
but Hobbit wasn't defusing. It's so close. He's just got it. What a play. Shiro with the backstab. Buster has missed this a little, tries to flick back to it. They know he's up close and his teammate's now dead. Buster's left fighting for survival, but they're not looking at him. Nerds runs in, gives one over for free. Thankfully, Snappy will collapse upon them from middle. At least goes 1 for 1 in his dying breath. There's an A-lurk from SunPayus, and yet still Shiro looks ready for it.
Nafany must have thought that he's like swapped positions with this play. He must have realized because Shiro is too aware for his own good. There are kits on the site. Diha holding the flank, and with Nafany this low, you'd like to think there's no way, and Shiro's also been bypassed. SunPayus not just gets past Nafany, he gets past Shiro as well, but this could still come back to bite ENCE.
They're dying with the bomb here. After that last round, no one's going anywhere until the round is secured.
What a weird round, because Shiro knew that was coming. Nafany gets an exit, but that's it. This is not C9 trying to take the ramp. They will attempt to use it. Nafany knows where SunPayus is playing. That's a good shot, though, from Shiro. Gun in middle to grab a molly that goes through deep. Nerds holds on to the weapon, and he will find one. Trade is good for C9. We got Snappy low in this round, and they're split up. They're isolated. Snappy's going to group up with Diha, who is tasked with taking space, and he knows he has a bit of room. Scout spotted on a Hobbit scene in middle. Diha will take that space on the B site.
Hobbit's not going to have this info. He's playing for the late middle. Shiro is eventually going to clear it for him, perhaps from elevator, and then maybe Hobbit's freed up a little bit more. But for now, this plant's going down to B, and Cloud9 will be left in the retake. That much is a guarantee.
Pulling back as well for Diha, playing it a little safer, but now he is the one on the clock. A headshot angle behind the wood, he won't play it. Drops for a flank clear. Now he knows they're likely together. C9 still haven't given away the info of Shiro's position, but they don't have a kit, it's worth noting. He's throwing a random smoke to try and fake them out, to try and draw their attention, but Hobbit's not buying it. Nade for the plant will be a little bit of damage, and Diha's got to find the double, but Shiro executes him with a headshot, and that's going to be another round for Cloud9. Every round down to the wire, literally. Nafany.
They don't actually have the util to clear sandbags, so Nafany can just hang out here till the end of the round. Makes his presence known now, and so they will start to home in on his angle. Only good for 1. Top ramp taken by ENCE. Quite the feat, considering they didn't have a lot of util in this round.
Shiro's playing so audacious as well. Deep peeks ramp early, retakes it, goes over the boost on his own. He's really trying to find fights. ENCE awaken the beast, poke the bear.
I mean, ENCE have got these 2 smokes for the exec, right? But as they throw those down, Cloud9 are playing with 2 players ahead of the exec utility. So Shiro's not going to be locked out of this round, and neither is Hobbit. Missed shot from the Orcs. He fires off on the short side, but now he reroutes. Now he plans all over again. Dead to the swing from SunPayus, and Buster lost in the source in the site. Just Axal in the blink of an eye. This one went south real quickly for Cloud9. And even though he's hanging around, wins the first. He's getting spammed, whittled down. And so he might just have to make a hasty exit here as ENCE keep this afloat, keep the pipe dream of this alive. And so now playing their hearts out, trying to keep Vertigo alive, trying to keep it consistent on the T sides. They've got a man fast up short. Snappy is here real quick. Maden tries to come through the smoke, but that's going to give the first kill over. Nafany still so clean in these opening fight stats. Constantly finding 5v4s for Cloud9.
Yep, 10-0 between him and Shiro. Hobbit might have a slice of the pie. Shiro does fall for that kill on the sandbags, but it is traded swiftly. 3-on-4 for ENCE. Looking like a standard A round, and this is what Cloud9 are so good at, the re-aggression. Is it at the right time? Diha looks away, hops back up, and gets stinked, but he finishes that kill. It's even the odds now for ENCE. The nade on Buster is big. Diha right now has the bomb. If he goes for the plant, he may be punished. Buster is here, but he's playing ahead of the util. And still looking for a pick into the site. No one's going to give it away.
And he's playing ahead of the util like this. Buster needs to go 1-for-1 at bare minimum. That's what we need out of him from the short angle. He's currently holding the yellow walk up, waiting for a man to round the corner. Now flicks his attention back towards Ram, but he's just got to hope he picks right. This is a game of timings for Buster here. Hobbit! Never mind. It's never even going to come down to Buster. SunPayus is throwing the AWP out of the map, trying to win it with the M4, but goes creeping into Buster's crosshair. Shiro, you know you're going to get numbers out of this guy. And so like with Nafany, just giving that extra, 30% right now, it's making a world of difference.
It's worth noting as well, Cloud9 were the only team who got seeded to the quarterfinals to actually win their match. Every other roster, heroic, Forza, Vitality fell to the more warmed up, the more prepared, the more battle-hardened opponents. Nafany, another opener without a problem. Shiro, he's been silent for a few rounds here, but Nafany's got his back. Brothers in arms at the top of the ramp. Cloud9 find a 5-on-3.
Under the smoke, he's getting away with more. Nafany, a fourth in the round.
With a notch on it as well, with the option to even become the Kingslayers, the first ever, if they face and defeat FaZe in that final. It's a long shot away, we don't even know yet, but Cloud9 are in that conversation right now. Buster finds an opening kill, and it's untraded at that. ENCE storming middle, they grab the rifle. Snappy needs to take matters into his own hands. The Cloud9 keep up the pressure with flashes, nades, mollies. They throw everything ENCE's way, trying to close this door. It's been a fantastic run throughout the ESL Pro League for ENCE, but it might be ending here.
Yeah, they're starting to lose face all across the map. Shiro moves into middle, Diha up into the B site. But Axal waits for him with bated breath. This is not as safe as he thinks. And the bomb is now away from ENCE. 2 kills separate Cloud9 from the grand finals.